everyone, it's Pat Sloan here. I have got the Jolly Bar quote along today. We have the butterfly. I have the first installment of the quilts I said I would show you as I go along every day. Yes, I have got here. Just take a look real close. I will show you a stack. Yes. Okay. Plus a few other things. Let me just do first the public service announcement. I got to read this to be sure I get it all right. Okay, so if you have an Outlook email, if you're using Outlook for your email, there is a large number of people who write me from Outlook that your email is messed up and I am not able to reply to you. So if you write to a lot of people and nobody ever answers you, I'm going to explain why. I have recently Mary, who wrote me about the teal squares. I could not reply to you because your email's messed up. And the same with Penny, who sent me her Harrisonburg blocks to look at. I can't reply to you either. So what happens is when I hit reply, the only email available is some junky thing that looks like this. That is what your Outlook system is entering somewhere. And that is the only thing I have to use to reply to you, which rejects. And I cannot answer you, and I have no other way to get hold of you. So if you have Outlook, please check your system and correct your emails so that everybody can write you back. Okay, that is the public service announcement portion of this video. And this has been going on for a long time with Outlook emails. I get it. Probably at least 50% of the time somebody has Outlook, their emails are junked up. So hopefully you can get that fixed so I can reply to you. And if I don't reply to you and you use Outlook, that is why. Okay, let's first look at the Jolly Bar. We're on the last blocks. I've got everything up here. Plus, I put the one border up as an audition to show you. So you can see that those extra diamonds, they just kind of float. It gives you a nice big quilt with the bonus extra border. It's 78 by 96. So like if that's a little too long for you, just leave the top or even the top and bottom off. So you could just do the sides, you know, if you don't want it quite that long. But there are like long twin beds and stuff that this would be great for. Okay, we have 2 blocks today. Remember, you have these sheets to tell you how to cut just one block. So we have the primrose and the shoe fly. So let's do the primrose first. So for the primrose, my fabric line that I'm using, the fabric line I'm using by Corey Yoder, it has a lot of light prints, which is why the aqua was such a great option to use as a background, so I could use all the light prints in it. And the primrose is done all in white. Isn't that beautiful? So soft and pretty. Now that is on the far left. So that will be in the far left down here, way down there. And when I get all of these done, I'm hoping for an overcast day or at least some shadows in the backyard so I can take a picture. And then the other one is the shoe fly. So look at that. Now there are a few directional fabrics, so I am trying to keep that right side up. You know me and directional fabrics, I like them right side up. I don't want those words sideways. In this case, numbers. So that goes in the middle. And that means I have everything. We have everything, all the blocks, and there's a little sashing between those. And next week you will get the layout. So let me just do this. And on Friday I will show a photo of it head on so that you can see it all together with that. Look at that. Well, I'll show it also on my Facebook group today, so you'll be able to see the picture today too. If you're on my Facebook community, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. Okay. What else? Let's look at my block a day. You have got tons of awesome blocks a day, and some of you are doing like a whole quilt already and all kinds of stuff. I've been gathering some pictures, so hopefully like on Saturday I'll do a quilt parade of your block a day, you know, just a variety of them. So mine for today is the cute little bees. Look at that. So darling. Just really excited about them. But I want to show you what happens when you sew and you're not paying attention. So I have sewn, I sewed it wrong. See, here's the join. So this is the side that should have been sewn together, but instead I sewed the other side so that my block, here I'll open it for you, I'll cut that join, right, whoops, come on, don't cut the fabric. So there we go. Whoop. So, so I've got to undo this. These are the lobsters, Nadine, that I thought of you when I saw them. Okay, so I have to undo that. Such is the life of a quilter. A little unsewing is the way to do it. All right, I was looking at some things when I was doing the block a day. We had our Sunday best, our Easter Sunday. The fabric line I'm using is Emma, and I was putting the things away, and I thought, oh, let me get that panel out. So I'm going to show you the panel again, and that there are some options for using this that Sherry and Chelsea did, who are the designers of the fabric line. So here is the panel, which is super, super cute. And what I want to do is do one of these for a pillow. I'm thinking the bold one, right? This one here. I think that's what I'll do. Be of good cheer. I think that's the one I will do into a pillow. But I want to show you. They did a pattern with houses and put these as the body of the house. So here is the kit. They have a kit with it, so you can just get the kit. It is so darn cute. I don't know why I didn't see this earlier, but I didn't. So now you're seeing it. So they have close-ups here where you can see the quilting, and you can just see how the block looks in the middle of the houses. Anyways, it is so incredibly cute. So if you want one, you should pick it up. If you just want the pattern and the panel, you can do that. So the pattern is a download, and the pattern and the panels, they're still panels. So if you want to use your own fabric, go for it. Go for it. I love house quilts. So they are just so cute. Before we do the butterfly, let's look at the quilts that I pulled. So what I'm doing, and I announced this publicly on Wednesday, is that I am pulling out quilts that I will give to charity, because I need to reduce down massively the quilts that are here, because I no longer travel and take them for teaching. I don't send them off to places. So they all need to go to homes now, and that was always the intent, but now is the time. And my goal is to be moving a lot of them out to the charity. So I have a couple of friends that take things and then they disperse them to charities that they work with. So I've pulled 4. These are all finished quilts, so they're just good to go and be given. One is we did this with the jelly roll, whatever, I forget what it was called. Did I write it on there? Did I? No. What did I call it? This is the jelly sizzle. There we go, the jelly sizzle. So there's the jelly sizzle. This is with a coffee fabric. So I think it'll be something that will be useful for a lot of different types of people. So it can given to any adult, Hopefully do you like coffee? Here. That's okay, so I have that one. Put this over here. Okay, the next one is I'm going to show you this, and you'll note that I've been showing you some of these fabrics. This was the original quilt that I did to use some novelty prints, and this was in a book that I did on using novelty prints. So it is a really fabulous, fun, cheerful quilt. Easy with, and effective to show the fabric. And that's the whole thing. What a Novel Idea was the book that I wrote with my first publisher, Leisure Arts. And so if I can find somebody selling them still, or a digital, I will link you to it. And then the back is also fun. A lot of the pieces of fabric that I didn't use and keep. So there you go. Let me just show you up close, because it's all about the fabric. Really all about the fabric. So there's the ducks. So remember I showed you something about the ducks, and here are the ribbons. Look at that. There are the ribbons. So cute. There's some trees. This yellow one is trees. But this is a super effective pattern. Someday we should do this together. I should put this out there again. I won't have this one anymore because this is going to go off to charity. But let me hold it up. But I'm super excited. Remember, you can go to my gallery and see. I'm trying to get everything in the gallery. You know, I don't promise that I showed you something and it will be there, but I'm trying to keep my gallery. You know, I've made like 800 quilts, and so entering and documenting and building a gallery of that is takes time. And you know, I don't work on it all the time. I worked on it a lot and then I stopped. So now I just work on it kind of as I do things. Okay, this next one was from a fabric line that I did quite a few years ago with P&B Textiles. Let me see when. Do I have a date on there? 2011. And it was panels. So the whole thing is panels. There's just, you know, cutting the strips and sewing them together as panels. Oops. So the patchwork is printed. The applique is printed. And then there's just strips between them, if that. No, it's all printed right across. So it's printed right across to look like this. So it was a lot of fun to have this as a design. It was, you know, so instant quilt. It's basically what people will call a cheater cloth. So it's all printed like that, and then the borders are added. And on the back, I did this on the back using some of the other fabrics from the line, and then the cute angled stripe for the binding. So it's inner border and binding. There's also another good size quilt. I do have like lots and lots of small quilts, and so I'm talking to some. I've given some to one of my friends, the smaller quilts, which have gone to like groups to use in decorating, like decorating a nursing home or decorating a transition facility. But you know, they need special homes because they're not obviously decorating items. One friend, they had like a gift area that they would sell, that I gave some to sell in. Okay, and then this one was a sort of an antique remake that I did with a friend of mine's book. And so it's very classic. I loved doing it. Very scrappy, all reds and whites. This is one I'm trying to decide. Should I give this one or should I use this as my 100,000 giveaway? Let me know. Do you think I should use this one as the 100,000 subscriber giveaway? If so, I will keep this one, and I have tons of other ones to give to the charity. But I'm thinking this actually might be a good one for the 100,000 because it's very classic. It's got the back. It's quilted in it's got a hanging sleeve. That's what's going on there at the top with the different fabric in the middle. So let me know if you think this would be a fantastic one. It might appeal to a lot of you, you know, like work in your environment. So that's an option. Let me know. This might be the 100,000 giveaway. I hadn't quite figured out which one to give because I have several I could pick from. So there are 4 quilts. My goal is lofty before I meet with my friend later in the month. And so I need to keep working on them. All right, let's go to the other side and look at the butterfly quilt block for this week. Here is the butterfly quilt that we're doing. It's from a book by Tula Pink using her fabrics. This is edition number 2 where she recolored for the fabric lines that are using in the kit that many of us got. And you might be using your own fabrics. You might be subbing in things. Like today, though, is our body. So we're not actually doing blocks for the wings. We are doing the body section today. And let me just show you what came with the kit and how to think about this. So the pattern has 2 pages for the body. And it has 1 page to do it with just like black fabric. And then 1 page to do it rainbow style with what came in the kit. And those are all solids, which you could sub out, you know, if you've got some of the other fabrics in the same color that you would rather use a print. So the kit, my kit, the ones that we got from the Fat a Quarter shop, which were, I think, the ones all, you know, the official kits for this pattern, came like this. So the body was folded together. And here are the squares for the body in the rainbow colors. So it's all very obvious and very together. What I am going to do is put these back in the bin, and I am going to use my Promise Me black. And this is the one that has a bit of a silver, you know, on it, silvery color, because I think that would go best with these fabrics. So my body is going to be black and white because I love that graphic of the black and white, and I've seen it done like many times, you know, quilts done with black and white. So the directions are just doubled, you know, they're the same. You're not making two sets, you're just making one or the other. Now that means I'm not making any half square triangles this week, but I am going to look at sewing a section together, seeing what I might be able to do. So this is just my worksheet for the half square triangles where I'm checking off, you know, which ones I've done. So the worksheet, there are sections like right across here I could sew that section, anything that does not have these wheel units. I could start sewing those sections together. And I might do that. I might at least do like, well, this could be sewn together. This could be I could do parts of them, you know, just chunks. No, that has to be long way. So it'd have to be just, I could do, well, we'll see. This chunk, this for sure. And if I have that, I could actually do that. You know, so I'm looking at this because I would like I could sew these two together, right? Yeah. Things like that. Just little parts, like these could go together. Just little parts to move it ahead and before we get to the layout part. That way it'll be a little bit easier for me to put them up on the wall because it's a big effort for me to put them up on the wall each time and take them down. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of analysis, and then next week I'll show you what I did. But basically it's anything I can sew together. Like for sure this chunk here is going together, and this, and the twosies, any twosies that I can do. Okay, so that is my plan. So I'm going to sew the body now and meet you on the other side. Here is everything laid out, ready to sew. These are singles, these are groups, and you're basically making flying geese units. So let's get it done. And I have a butterfly body. Look at this, look how tall it is. So I am 5'4". How tall? Okay, so this is touching the ground. So it is taller than me. I'm here. That's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Look at this. I'm loving the black and white. Here it is with my Promise Me black fabric. So, okay. And as I was filming this video and I checked my email, another person with an Outlook email that's all crapped out, somebody named Patty, who wanted to know about the basically the Ukraine blocks, the blue and yellow blocks. So you're going to have to email me again with some other email. Please, all of you Outlook people, check your emails. Change to Gmail or something else. Outlook is just having a major problem. Okay, butterfly, butterfly. I just love it. And remember, Kendall is sewing along with this, our ambassador who has his own YouTube channel, Kendall Taylor, linked below. So he is making this as well if you need a refresher on flying geese, which, didn't we just do them last week? Yeah, so you know them. Jolly Bar, you've got your last blocks. This is a glorious quilt. Look at that, nice and big. Okay, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you on live.